Hello everybody. This week's video is going to be about the ZENTRAEDI flagship and its arms and armament. That said, let's get started. The ZENTRAEDI flagship. None of the ships in the ZENTRAEDI Armada are more powerful or more veered than the ZENTRAEDI flagship class starship. These 3.5-mile long ships are only used as command vessels for the largest fleets and by ZENTRAEDI fleet commanders like Brite. I think that's how it's pronounced. Interestingly enough, 3.5 miles long actually makes, if you're playing a rats scurrying in the ship, such as humans manage to somehow get aboard, you could easily play the entire campaign off this one ship. And even as a ZENTRAEDI, if you decide to go, well, we are ZENTRAEDI of the Robotech Masters, then you could also, once again, do the entire campaign with rarely leaving this ship. Really only leaving to go attack other planets or vessels. I actually really like that because it's actually really good for a newer GM who doesn't want to start off with a whole world like Earth. Instead, all he has to do is describe 3.5 miles, which can get kind of repetitive with the ZENTRAEDI, which gives the GM the ability to not have to describe every little thing. So I believe it's possible to have an entire campaign off this one ship. Hyperspace communications, which can span the void of hyperspace indefinitely to communicate with other flagships or command bases in distant solar systems. It is by this means that Brite was able to communicate. Now, as GM, as both ZENTRAEDI and human players, I would say you have the ability to pick up on these communications if you're in hyperspace. Breaking the code that'll come along with it, that'll be a different story. Mecha Navigational Override. Brite references it as a manual override. Instantly seizes control of flight and combat systems, enabling the command ship, ZENTRAEDI flagship, to take control and then return all combat pods, including the officers' pods and fighter pods, to their respective vessels. Commander Brite used this system to recall Chiron and his forces from a non-sanctioned assault on the SDF-1. The Bioscan Chamber, used specifically to study and analyze alien life forms, provides very detailed data regarding physiology, chemical, and genetic structure. In addition to the aforementioned items, the flagships also have large and superior medical facilities, laboratories, sensor system, and communications. ZENTRAEDI flagship. Vehicle type, combat command flagship. Crew. Now this gets kind of crazy. 4,000 assigned crew/personnel, 4,660 assigned combat soldiers, usually with an additional 6,000 or more withdrawn from the stasis as needed. Stasis can hold 28,900 warriors for a grand total personnel of 37,560. And even in human terms, that number is enough to conquer a small nation, maybe even a medium nation. And if you're strategic, a large nation. Just one flagship holds enough ZENTRAEDI to be absolutely terrifying. I would not want to go up against a flagship. And this is just the first of 5 ships I'm covering. MDC by location. We have the 4 laser mounts, 60 of them, 50 MDC each. Laser turrets, 94 of them, 150 MDC each. Missile turrets, 200 of them, with 100 MDC each. Main laser cannon, 1, 2,000 MDC. Airlock access hatches, 184 of them, 200 MDC each. Rechargeable weapon hatches, 294 of them, 100 MDC each. All per 40-foot area, 60 MDC. All per 500-foot area, 150. That's quite a bit. Forward third of the ship, main body, 350,000 MDC. Main engine, upper rear main body, 70,000 MDC. Auxiliary engine, lower rear main body, 16,000 MDC. Special systems, deck 9, bottom, 10,000 MDC. And this is what the flagship looks like. Doesn't look that imposing overall. It's kind of hard to see the different laser turrets. But knowing what this is overall, if I seen this, I would be terrified. Speed. Main engine capable of sub-light travel, reaching speeds of 20 light or 32,000 miles per second. Auxiliary engine can only travel at 3 times the speed of sound, Mach 3. Dimensions. Length, 18,800 feet. Height, 3,200 feet. Width, 3,290 feet. Weight, 270 million tons. Main engine, reflex. Auxiliary engine, reactor type. Gravity control system, internal. Bolt system, hyperspace navigation system. Weapon systems, heavy particle beam cannon, 1. Main laser cannon, 1. Forward light lasers, 60. Laser turrets, 94. Missile turrets, 200. Additional combat systems. Tactical battle pods, 20,160. Light artillery pods, 1,584. Heavy artillery pods, 800. Scout recon pods, 400. Officers pods, 630. Officers pod armored vehicles, 200. Fighter pods, 2,284. Male power armor, 1,080. Other vehicles, theater scout reconnaissance, the Cyclops, 6. Recovery pods, 12. Reentry pods, 13. Shuttlecraft, 12. Hover platforms, 400. Deck levels. Now there are 15 or more sections to each level, so I'm not going to read them all off. So I'm just going to read what each level is. Starting with Level 1, Mecha Bays. Level 2, Mecha and Pods. Level 3, Crew Quarters. Level 4, Crew and Mecha. Level 5, Command Deck. Level 6, Crew and Fold System. Level 7, Auxiliary Systems and Storage. Level 8, Hangar and Mecha. Level 9, Special Systems, Forward Section. Level 10, Hangar Midsection. And that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. Next week's video will be